Hi everyone, in this section from my live stream, I used an analogy to explain the OSI model by comparing it to sending a package. I made each layer easy to understand and remember, so enjoy the video guys. So the last thing that we will cover, is the OC model. You see how much we have, talking about networking, and it's not, we are not done yet. I know that OC model, it's really a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people, they are struggling with this. Okay, they are struggling with the OC model because it doesn't make sense. And you're right, guys, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you go here and you type OC model and you look at the definition, I'm sorry, but it doesn't make sense. For most of the beginner, it doesn't make sense. It's too abstract. And I remember when I started IT and I look at the OC model, I say, okay, I will just learn it by heart and that's it. And I don't know if you guys did this, but when I passed my Security Plus, my Contia Security Plus, I use this memo technique, which is, if I remember well, it's please do not throw sausage pizza away. And it's a way for me to remember what is the OC layer. So please, physical layer, do data link layer, and not, and not yes on network, etc, etc. So then guys, I will give you honestly the best analogy where you could understand what is the OC model. I actually already use it for my for when talking about network topology. I use it. I actually use it. I think this analogy, but we will do it again. So, guys, you just need the only thing that you need to remember for network topology. And let me do this. I don't know if I can do this. Nice. Just by copy and paste. Let's do this. Let's go back on what we take before, which is so we're gonna imagine a story, okay? We're gonna imagine a story. I hope he will let me draw because he was limiting me. I was limited before. So guys, let's start with this. The OC model explains how data flows through a network. But instead of listing layers, we're gonna use an analogy. Let's say we are sending a package from your house to a friend house, but to your friend, but in another city. So let's say here, let's say here it's Paris, okay? So I just want to do something. We're gonna do it a little bit like that. More like this, or maybe I can just and make it bigger. Okay. Okay, great. And it's great because we will see here the actual OC model, but very in a very efficient way. So let's imagine you have Luca here. Okay, Luca, you are here. And you have Sofian here. Okay. Sorry, let's say. So what we are doing here, the context of Luca's house and Sofian's house is that Luca wants to send a packet to his friend Sofian. Okay, he wants to send a packet, a package to I say packet because I was thinking about networking, but that's great. He want to send a package to, let's say, for example, if we going here and we are talking and we are may sorry man, let's say nice guy, okay, and another nice guy, but um let's make a freaking guy. Okay, let's do this one. Where it is? Oh, so small. Okay, here it's Sofian, okay? Sofian's house. And here it's Lucas' house. Let's do package. Perfect. So here, what do we want? We, Luca wants to send this package to his friend Sofian's, okay? So first, the physical layer. The physical layer represents the roads and vehicles. It's actually, as you know, the physical cable. When we are talking about the actual networking situation, it's the physical cable, the Wi-Fi signals, or fiber optics, it depends, and the roads and vehicles that transport are the one that going to transport your package. So in our case, one of the vehicle will take your package and go to the local post office. Okay, it go, for example, here it's your local post office. It's where, here right now we are talking about data link. Okay, the number 2 is data link. So the first is just the road, the vehicle, the house, like, so it's the cable, the laptop, like all the physical things that is related to your network. Okay, so now the data link is actually and simply the truck delivering your package to the nearest distribution center, which is the local office. Okay, so here, so you have a guy that with a truck that will come take your package and will give it to the local post office. In reality, what is it? It ensures the package gets to the right local depot, which is the MAC address. Okay, the data link is just the MAC address. It means that MAC address layer 2, so switch, so for example you switch, in reality here, I don't know how to point it guys, but in reality here you're asking for your laptop to like, sorry, you're asking the switch to bring your packets to the local post office. So it's what the layer 2, so the switch which is a layer 2 will actually help you send this packet, which is just a packet, means it's only a data. It's only a 0 and a 1. We're only talking about one packet of data, 0 and 1, okay? It's going to help you with your packets, with your packaging to the local post office. So the switch going to use only MAC addresses. Right now we're only talking about MAC addresses, which every laptop, every switch, routers, every object in your network has MAC addresses, okay? And we are using it for analyzing our local office, or sorry, our local city, you know, our local hometown in our case. So because every house that you see here could be identified thanks to the switch. For example, the switch we will say is here, thanks to the switch, we could connect this, we could connect the whole network of the city. You see, the whole network of the city can help Luca find whatever people he wants. For example, if he doesn't want to send to Sofian, he wants to say, for example, to Tristan. So it means that we will only use the switch for this. It will only be the switch. We don't need anything else. So we will only use the switch. But OSI model is not only about switch, okay? It's about other things. So it's just for the explanation, guys. So I'm gonna quick this up. Okay, so then network. So what do we want? Now we want another truck, a truck delivery, to go to the local post office and go to the other city. But what we need to go to this other city? Look, it's empty. There is nothing. It's another city. How can we do it? We do it thanks to routers. Okay, thanks to routers. I don't know if we say routers, or routers. I think we say routers. To these routers, okay? So the number 3 is this. It's the layer, okay? Sorry, it's the layer 3. So it's the network, and the network layer can talk with other cities, whereas switch can't, and router can. The layer 3 can talk with other cities. And what cities represent? It represents IP address, okay? Routers know about IP address, whereas switch doesn't know about IP address. And we're actually covering what is the difference right now between a switch and a routers, which is switch operates at layer 2 at the OSI model, and it connects devices within local network using MAC addresses, okay? So same city, like same hometown, it can connect only to the local, to your local home network, for example. The routers operates at layer 3 of the OSI model, this one, and it connects different networks using IP address. So in our case, the city of Sofian, and in the case of the lab, it was thanks to the router, thanks to what we have here, we have Windows 2, okay? So we have DC2, so the Windows Server Paris, that is connected to the other site in Lille, which is on another network, and it's thanks to the router, okay? So, okay, perfect. So now, sorry. So now we could go back on the actual analogy. So the purpose of it right now is to route the package between cities using IP address, right? So we are using, so thanks to the router, there is a truck delivery that will be here and go from there, because now he have the address, okay? Let's say the address of Sofian is 192.200.400 and point 5, okay? But guys, there is a difference between a local IP address, which only your home router know, and your IP address, your network IP address on the internet, which is different. So I'm gonna give him a network internet IP address, which is something like this: 168 200 420 86, okay? So Yeah, it's fine even though it's very bad written. So now the router, and let's imagine that Luca's net IP address on the internet is 168 same 86 200.400. Okay, so here your packets will actually, because now the truck delivery, the guy that going to deliver the package, know the address. Okay, he knows now the address, he knows the IP address. Okay, so he could go from there, pass to the router and say, okay, I know where it is and it's here. Okay, so now this whole schema come this whole traveling pack, this whole traveling, how can I say it, yeah, the travel, the way that the packet travel need a transport. Okay, he need a transport. So what is the transport layer? The purpose of the transport layer is it ensures the package is delivered safely. What is it? What do you think is? It's TCP or UDP. So safely with TCP and quickly with UDP. And the analogy is that a courier service that guarantee delivery, he will tell you like, yeah, for sure the delivery will 100% will be there, and you can you can also track your device, you know, like all of this system that they implement nowadays with delivery package. And UDP, you just pay a lot, you just pay a cheaper price, and you will give it as soon as possible. Like, you maybe think of it as Amazon Prime, like you receive the next day, and it's exactly this. But there is no guarantee. Like, there's no guarantee for sure that you will have it. Okay, so yeah, this one is very important. Now, what is the session layer? The session layer, the session layer is, and guys, just for the people that are new, you know, just look at what TCP and UDP is. But it's you will look at it. We already covered so much things today, and I'm so tired. So I will give you these parts to do. Okay, so session layer, you need to think of it like this. The purpose of this session, the session layer, it's like it ensures the package is delivered. No, sorry, it's for the I'm confusing. No, sorry guys. So this the session layer, it's like the phone call. Okay, it's like the phone call. It maintains the communication between sender and receiver. I was getting confused because I was talking again about the transport layer. But session layer, you need to understand it as it's a communication, sorry, not between sender and receiver. I'm making again a mistake. I'm really tired. It's a communication between the sender and the truck deliver. If we the truck delivery, I think is this. If we want to do a proper analogy, it's him, Luca, connected connected to, let me think about the session layer, how it is, how it's defined. Yes, sync send to port, maintaining connection, and it's responsible for controlling ports in session. Okay, yes, we could say sender and receiver. It's not like you have the truck. You need to imagine like this. You have the truck that going to deliver the package, and we have all three in connection together, like the sender, the receiver, and we are like we are observing what's going on, like where is the truck delivery, can it goes to this path, can it goes to this street, etc., etc. It's just maintaining proper communication between the sender, the receiver, and the truck delivery. So maybe the good analogy will be like some sort of a phone call, ensuring that the courier knows where and when to deliver. Okay, so like both of them are saying, yeah, you could go from there, then go to the left, then go to the right, and you could use this port. You see, it's really like the session port. We are communicating with port, and then you could take left, and then you arrived. Okay, and then presentation is the presentation layer, which is this one. It's actually, it encrypts, presentation encrypts and formats the data for compatibility. So the analogy, Sofian is receiving his package, okay, and it's like the wrapping, we say wrapping, uh so it's the it's wrapping the package securely with clear labels. So we could say in the package that like, yeah, Sofian, and then we put um, a lot of I don't know, thing to hide what is the inside. We are hiding what is inside this package, you know. So yeah, so it's the presentation layer. It take care of encrypting. So now the 7 layer, which is application layer, it's like simply it's Sofian opening the door and use the content and use what is inside the package. Okay, so it's open it, he's opened the package and is happy to receive his package. So guys, it was an analogy. I hope that it was enough clear for you. I think it's better to explain it this way because it means that it's less, how can I say, it's less confusing. You see, less confusing. And you could, because I know that you guys already know this, like you already know this, right? So I don't need to cover like the actual networking um, word for this, because I know that you already covered this, but I just want to look at this quickly. And wipe it up. So maybe you could have like again a better understanding of this. So as you can see here, it's a human computer interaction layer where application can access the network services. Oh, sorry, it's the 7. I thought it was the first. I was so the 4, like we said, we talk about the 4 because, let me put things right. We talk about the 4th, which is the transport layer, and in our case it was to ensure that the package is delivered safely. Okay, is safely or quickly, and it's exactly what transport the protocol. Okay, it's the protocol. Do you want Amazon Prime like the next day delivered, or do you want to use I don't know. What is the best courier? I don't know how you call it, but delivery system, delivery companies. I think it's UPS, something like this. Okay, so do you want to use FedEx or UPS or Amazon Prime that going to deliver like the next day? Then here you have 5 session layer, maintain connection and is responsible for controlling ports and session. And in our case, it was this, yeah. Session, you need to see it like this. Like, sorry. This one I want. This one I want the big connection. It's this, guys. It's the connection between them. The connection between them. It's the connection between them, okay? So, yep. And then what they said here, 6 presentation layer. Ensure the data is in usable format and is where and is where data encryption occurs. So you see, it's why I said about the packaging stuff. Like the package need to be very secure, and it really hides, and it's going to be very hard for someone to unpack it. Okay, it's like putting I don't know how you call it in English, but let me check. Like a lock. Yeah, yeah, a lock into it. A chance, also they said, yeah, like a chance. Okay, great, great. I think it was enough clear for people. Then I think, guys, we cover so much things. Like, I think we are good. Okay, guys, it was a long live session. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm really, really tired. Um, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And it was fun to go back on those different concepts. I hope that it helped you guys, and don't hesitate to watch again, okay? And now we will proceed to the Q&A. But guys, please, maximum we need maximum like 15 to 20 minutes. I cannot do more than 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's go to the last and final part.